Furthermore, Mahāli, suppose a monk develops concentration in the southern direction for both purposes, to see delightful, beautiful, and pleasing heavenly forms, and to hear delightful, beautiful, and pleasing heavenly sounds. The same applies in the western direction, the northern direction, above, below, and in all directions. Because he has developed concentration for both purposes, he sees the delightful, beautiful, and pleasing heavenly forms. And he also hears the delightful, beautiful, and pleasing heavenly sounds in the southern direction, the western direction, the northern direction, above, below, and in all directions. Why is that? Because that monk developed concentration for both purposes, to see those delightful, beautiful, and pleasing heavenly forms, and to hear those delightful, beautiful, and pleasing heavenly sounds. That is why this happens. Mahāli, the reason why Sunakata, the Lichavi's son, did not hear those delightful, beautiful, and pleasing heavenly sounds was not because they did not exist. It was because, although they did exist, he had not developed concentration for that purpose. This is the reason. This is the cause. Mahāli said, "Venerable Sir, I suppose that monks live the holy life under the Blessed One in order to realize these states of concentration." The Blessed One said, "Mahāli, monks do not live the holy life under me in order to realize these states of concentration. There are other attainments that are higher, more excellent, and beyond these. It is for the realization of those that monks live the holy life under me." Mahāli asked, "Venerable Sir, what are those other attainments that are higher and more excellent for the sake of which monks live the holy life under the Blessed One?" The Blessed One said, "Mahāli, in this teaching, a monk destroys the first three fetters, identity view, doubt, and attachment to rites and rituals. By doing so, he becomes a stream enterer, no longer subject to rebirth in the lower realms, firmly established on the path, and destined for full awakening. Mahāli, if monks live the holy life under me to realize any attainment, this attainment is higher and more excellent than those states of concentration. Furthermore, Mahāli, a monk destroys the first three fetters and greatly weakens greed, hatred, and delusion. He becomes a once-returner, who will return to this world only one more time before bringing suffering to an end. Mahāli, if monks live the holy life under me to realize any attainment, this attainment too is higher and more excellent than those states of concentration. Furthermore, Mahāli, a monk completely destroys the 5 lower fetters. He is reborn spontaneously and attains final Nibbāna there without ever returning to this world. Mahāli, if monks live the holy life under me to realize any attainment, this attainment too is higher and more excellent than those states of concentration. Furthermore, Mahāli, with the ending of the taints, a monk realizes the concentration and knowledge of the fruit of arahantship. He directly knows and realizes this for himself in this very life and abides in it. Mahāli, if monks live the holy life under me to realize any attainment, this attainment too is higher and more excellent than those states of concentration. Mahāli, these are the attainments for the realization of which monks live the holy life under me. They are higher and more excellent than those states of concentration. Then Mahāli asked, "Venerable Sir, is there a path and a practice for realizing these attainments?" The Blessed One replied, "Mahāli, there is a path, and there is a practice for realizing these attainments." Mahāli asked, "Venerable Sir, what is that path, and what is that practice for realizing these attainments?" The Blessed One replied, "It is this Noble Eightfold Path, that is, right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Mahāli, this is the path and this is the practice for realizing those attainments." Mahāli, once I was staying at Gositarama, near the city of Kosambi. At that time, 2 wanderers came to see me. One was the wanderer Mandisa, and the other was the wanderer Jali, a disciple of the wanderer who carried a bamboo staff. They approached me, exchanged greetings, and had a friendly and courteous conversation with me. When that conversation had ended, they sat down to one side. Sitting to one side, the 2 wanderers asked me, "Friend Gautama, do you teach that the soul and the body are the same, or do you teach that the soul is one thing and the body another?" I replied, "Friends, if that is so, then listen carefully and pay close attention. I will explain." "Yes, friend," the 2 wanderers replied. Then I said the following: "Friends, a Tathagata who is worthy and perfectly enlightened arises in the world. The description should be given here in the same way as in the Samannaphala Sutta. Seeing that these 5 hindrances have been abandoned within himself, joy arises in him. From joy comes delight. With a delighted mind, the body becomes calm. When the body is calm, he experiences happiness. Being happy, his mind becomes concentrated. He, quite secluded from sensual pleasures and unwholesome states, enters and abides in the first jhāna, which is accompanied by thought and examination, and is filled with joy and happiness born of seclusion. He fills and pervades this very body with the joy and happiness born of seclusion. He saturates it completely, so that there is no part of his whole body that is not touched by that joy and happiness. Friends, just as a skilled bath attendant or an apprentice would pour bath powder into a metal bowl, sprinkle it with water, and knead it into a ball so that the moisture spreads evenly throughout without dripping, in the same way, the monk fills and pervades this very body with the joy and happiness born of seclusion. He saturates it completely, so that there is no part of his whole body that is not touched by that joy and happiness. Then I asked, "Friends, if a monk knows and sees in this way, would it be proper for him to say, 'The soul and the body are the same,' or 'The soul is one thing and the body another'?" The 2 wanderers replied, "Friend, if a monk knows and sees in this way, then it would be proper for him to say either, 'The soul and the body are the same,' or 'The soul is one thing and the body another.'" Then I said, "Friends, I know and see in this way, yet I do not say, 'The soul and the body are the same,' nor do I say, 'The soul is one thing and the body another.'"